he started getting sick, I think, like a year or two before he died. I didn't really know what was going on at the time. Like, I just knew that, like, Dad was having seizures, and that's it. Whenever I found out that he had passed away, it wasn't like, it was a very big shock to me, because I didn't realize, you know, like, whenever you're losing your parent and they're going through, like, that cancer, you expect it, like, you understand, like, okay, like, I got it, they passed away. But whenever you don't really know that they're, like, sick, or that they're to that point, like, it's a shock that they are gone and that you're never going to see them again.
I was a miniature version of her almost. We look alike, we talked alike, we had the same thoughts. So growing up, my mom was my best friend. Christmas Eve morning, I went downstairs to wake up my mom, and she wouldn't wake up. And I remember calling my dad, and I was like, I don't know what to do. And so I was freaking out, but it was like a really numb feeling because I didn't really know what had happened yet. And I woke up my sister, and she sat me down in the living room so we could be like out of the room, and waited for my dad to get home. And then after that, it was just a whole bunch of people and cops, and it was just a crazy day. My mom, she had fibromyalgia, which is a condition where your joints and muscles are really sore all the time. So she was on a lot of medicine, and sometimes she would take medicine and forget she took it, so she overdosed on medication.
Something had happened to your dad, your grandma's on the way to pick you up. And so I just assumed, like, he's in the hospital again, because he had been in and out of the hospital, so I just assumed, like, he's had, like, another seizure, he's in the hospital, he'll be fine. Like, I never expected that to happen. And then when my grandma came in, she was like, did they tell you? And I was like, tell me what? It all kind of happened, like, really quickly. But I'm glad, like, I wasn't there. Yeah, because my mom, like, I cannot even imagine my mom, like, woke up to her, like, dead husband and, like, was trying to, like, resuscitate him, trying to do everything, was, like, on the floor with him, like, screaming, like, called my grandma, called 911, and it was already way too late for that.
At first, I was really torn up about it. I didn't eat, I didn't sleep, I slept with the lights on, and I lost about 15 pounds in about 3 weeks. I wrote her a lot of letters after she died, and it would make me feel better, like I could talk to her. And just talking about it made me feel better, and just like sometimes being alone, lighting candles, looking at pictures, and praying was a really big thing for me too.
You know, you have that age where you haven't gone through really anything bad yet, so you don't really know how to cope with things. But yet you're to an age where you understand, like, okay, he's gone. So for me, it was like really big shock. It's fine, it's okay, it's fine, I'm okay. And like, yeah, it sucks, but it's not a big deal. And then I missed like 2 months of school, I think, because of the stress, and I just didn't want to go back to school. I didn't want to move on with my life. I didn't want to see anyone. I just want to be isolated and stuff. Like, I don't really like to talk about it with my mom, because my mom gets really emotional about it, and that's not how, like, I really want to, like, talk about my dad. I don't want to talk and cry. I want to talk and watch videos and be happy and, like, laugh and smile and remember him in that way, and I don't really want to cry about it, and my mom does all the time. So I spend a lot of time, like, by myself, just, like, looking at pictures, looking at videos. I don't know, my mom kind of stepped in place for my dad when she needed to. So it wasn't like, yeah, I had this missing piece, but my mom made up for that missing piece.
So my dad has kind of played mom and dad, but I mean, he's done a really good job, but there are things like prom and all these milestones I've been through in my life that I wish she could have been there for, and then my dad's just had to do his best and play mom and dad. It's been, like, I've missed out on a lot of girl stuff, like sweethearts and things like that, but my dad's done the best he can. Before she died, she was really tired the whole day, and she slept the whole day, and I'm, like, really glad that I woke her up to tell her goodnight the night before, because I feel like if I hadn't, that would be something I would have regretted. But with the whole thing, like, I know it's sad and I wish I could have my mom, but I know that that event in my life has made me who I am today, and I'm proud of the person that I've become. So it's like, I wish I had my mom, but I'm also okay with the person I've become because of that.
My dad was cremated, and so obviously, like, they gave me a last chance to see my dad. And that was like a couple days after it happened, and I didn't want to see him that way. I didn't want to see him, like, dead, lying on this table about to be cremated, and so I decided not to see him. But, like, sometimes I wonder, like, if I wanted to see him or not, Because, like, that's the last memory, like, I'll specifically remember of him. My mom saw him, but I didn't. But that's, like, something I always am on the fence about, if I should have seen him in that way or not. I, like, sometimes wish that I would have seen him. Just to be like, I love you, like, because there's still, like, talking to him. But I don't want, like, that image in my head all the time. Going on in the future is probably the hardest part, because I graduate this year and he won't be there, and, like, eventually I'll get married one day and he won't be there to walk me down the aisle, and things like, you know, I have a stepdad now, but that never, like, replaces his part. And there's people in your life that you want to share every single memory and every single moment in life with. I don't get to experience that. I don't get to experience what most kids experience.
The voice is the big one. The only time I ever hear her voice is in my dreams, because we don't have videos, because she was always behind the camera. So definitely the voice is the biggest one, but I do have dreams about her a lot, and I can always hear it in my dreams, which is kind of a, like, weird, but I'm glad I still have those dreams. But that's the big thing I forget.
As you get older, like, you obviously forget things, especially since this happened when I was so young. Like, I forgot what his voice sounds like. So unless I hear it and see it, like, on like a home video or something like that, like, I couldn't recognize his voice. That's something that, like, really freaks me out. And then also, like, dates. I'm not really good with dates in the first place, but, like, I don't really remember, like, when he died. I don't really remember. Like, I know his birthday, but, like, it just comes and goes. And then, like, a couple days later, I'll be like, oh crap, that's the date. I feel like crap for a minute. And then just have to be like, it's okay. Like, you don't have to, like, you don't have to, like, celebrate him in that way. You celebrate him every single day.
I see a lot of people are like, oh, my parents, they're terrible people. They don't love me. I don't care. I hate them. And, like, you wouldn't be saying that if all of a sudden they were gone. So definitely, like, do appreciate what you have, because you never know that you're guaranteed to have them when you wake up in the morning.
Teenagers right now, and, like, growing up with your parents, you seem like it's the most difficult thing in the world to battle them, but, like, really all they care about, when they're just asking you about their day, like, or your day, they just want to talk to you. They just want to be a parent and a friend. And some people just push that away, and some people just ignore them and get annoyed with that. And I still even do that sometimes. I'll still get annoyed with my mom when I shouldn't. But we all have to, like, appreciate our parents, because they brought us into this world, and they have cared and loved and raised us, and we are who they have made us to be. And some people just take that for granted. Some people just take the fact that they have both parents for granted.